Hey guys, wanted to get a little personal with you. Today is August 14th, and 12 years ago today, my boyfriend at the time, now my husband, we found out that our little Nathaniel Owen was in my belly, had no heartbeat, and had passed away. And it's hard because 2.5, 3 weeks later, I found out that I was pregnant with my daughter. And there's no way that between the time he passed and the time I found out I was pregnant with my daughter, because there's no way. So we think that Nathaniel and Sarah were twins, and that somehow God protected her through all of that, because when we found out we were pregnant was September, and they said that I was due in June. I kept fighting them, saying, no, I got pregnant in August and I'm due in May. Well, needless to say, when my daughter was born, they said, she's probably about 3 to 4 weeks late. You think? So that kind of leads me to believe that she was definitely a miracle baby and totally protected, and that we were having twins. And, you know, I didn't have time to really grieve the loss of Nathaniel. It was, like I said, we had 3 weeks, and I was in such shock because it was, we went in, I was having some complications, and they did an ultrasound, and they said, there's no heartbeat, let me go get the doctor. And I was like, okay. And this fool that was the doctor's ultrasound tech left the screen wide up, left the probe where it was. So I'm looking at this thing next to me, and this little tiny itty bitty fetus, my child, lifeless. And it was gut-wrenching, and still just talking about it is gut-wrenching. And then we had to sit in the office and wait for the doctor forever. And they told me, you know, you could do one of two things. You can wait to let nature take its course, or you can have a D&E, and which is a dilation and evacuation, which I chose that because I was in so much pain, and I had started to go through the miscarriage, just did not have a miscarriage, if that makes any sense. And I was just so, I was in so much pain by that night that I just wanted it done. And I kind of regret it, because in my belief system, even though they say the baby was gone, I still to this day wonder, was the baby really gone? But then I start thinking, what if I wouldn't have had a D&E? Would I have lost my daughter too? You know? So I'm thankful that it happened the way that it did, but I'm sad because I miss knowing that he's with me. And, you know, it's just sad. But at the same time, I look at it like this. It's sad, but I know that my dad, don't cry, Kristin. I know that my dad is up there holding Nathaniel in his arms, and he is being very loved and cared for. And I know one day, when I go to heaven, I will be able to hold my children that I've lost. And that will be a glorious day. But I just wanted to share that with you. I know as Sam and Nia just lost their baby, there's a lot of static around it. And I know when I had miscarriages, it was like, she had a miscarriage, you know, and it was very inappropriate to talk about it. But the thing is I think you really do need to talk, because even though you never physically in your arms held that child, you still lost a child. And it's okay to grieve. It's okay to mourn. It's okay to feel empty. And it's even okay to be angry. You just can't choose to be there or to stay there. So I just wanted to share that with you. August is kind of a surreal month to me. My grandmother passed away on August 7th. We lost Nathaniel on August 14th. My dad died on August 18th. So it's like each week, the first 3 weeks of the month, there's, you know, oh, I really miss my grandmother. Oh, I really miss Nathaniel. Oh, I really miss my daddy. And then the last week, it's my anniversary with my husband. So yeah, I get to celebrate. But I just wanted to share with you that if you're going through a miscarriage just recently, or have in the past, it's okay to mourn. It's okay to want to talk. And if people don't want to listen to your story, or are heartless, because people can be very heartless and be like, oh, well, it was just a fetus. It was just a clump of cells. No, it was a living, breathing child, and it's okay to grieve. You need to. You and your significant other need to feel everything that goes with losing somebody, and take that time. And, you know, if people aren't accepting of it, you have to just not listen to them. Think of the positive things, you know, and not the negative. And, you know, everybody will say, you know, the little cliches of, well, you know, there must have been something wrong with that baby. God was trying to protect you. You know, maybe that's what it is, but that's not what you want to hear at that time, because then that almost turns your grief into anger towards God. And whatever reason there is, there's a reason. And we'll understand it one day. But they're perfect now. And if it was, you know, it's hard for people to understand, because non-Christians are like, you know, well, your God's so good, why would he create a child and take it away from you? There's all sorts of reasons. I honestly think that Sam and Nia's miscarriage was to minister to those who are going through it and to witness to them. And I really do believe that. And so Sam and Nia, if you happen to see this video, I love you guys. My heart hurts with you. And thank you for what you're doing for miscarriage awareness. It's amazing. And we need to love on people that are losing children or have lost a child, because it's a hard thing to deal with. And it doesn't just go in. I know I've been reading comments, and I'm sure Sam and Nia are trying to filter them as much as they can to get the negativity off of there. But some of them do slip through, and it's like the comments are just surreal and unbelievable that people would drop to such an ugly level and to say the things that they have. I can't believe anybody would be twisted enough to make up a pregnancy and a miscarriage to get likes, or to get more subscribers, or to do anything like that. I just can't believe that Sam and Nia would do that, and I refuse to believe it. So anyway, that's my story. If you know somebody who is or has gone through a miscarriage and they want to talk, let them talk. Be a soundboard for them. And the best thing to do is just listen. Don't say, I know, I understand, because if you've never been through it, you don't understand. Just a hand on the shoulder, you know, a hug. Just let them know that you're there. That means more than anything else. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.